like, oh shit. Like I used to have questions like why every time my album dropped, Jay would drop right on top of me. He wouldn't let me breathe or right before me. Like I was always close, and I'm always thought like, damn, if a kid, back then it was physical copies. So if you had $20, $20 that you saved up and you was going to buy an album and it's under the same house, roc-a-fella between Jay and Beanie Sigel, you going 9 times out of 10 you won't buy the Jay-Z album. I never understood that every single album that I dropped, Jay dropped right on top of me.
You ever feel like somebody's blocking your shine? Well, that's exactly what Beanie Sigel is saying about Jay-Z. Beanie's opening up about a pattern that's haunting him his whole entire career. According to Beanie, every time he dropped an album, Jay-Z would drop one right on top of his. Physical copies, the streets, the fans. They only had $20, and 9 times out of 10, they were buying Jay-Z's album. Beanie says he never understood that. He was always close, always grinding, but never allowed to fully break through. He talks about the label politics, the executives, and how the system was stacked. He heard from insiders at Roc-a-fella that no artist could outshine Jay-Z on his own label. Beanie wasn't being paranoid. He was seeing it happen. It was competition at the highest level, but he felt like there was something more behind it. Like somebody was making sure he couldn't get his full shine. Now I'm about to play this clip for y'all, but before I do, I just need y'all to like, leave y'all thoughts down below in the comment section, and subscribe. Let's get into it.
So you would have went with Dame, but how you feel about the people that push that narrative and say that Jay held you back? Because I know you personally, you don't believe it, but break that down to the people. Why you don't believe that?
I mean, because I don't know, the person that I am, I don't think one man could destroy another man's life. It's ultimately in your own decisions. You know, I had a lot of issues. Like I said, legal issues at the time. And, you know, my mind wasn't where I'm at now today. So if that's true, because I heard that, I actually seen a interview, what's his name? That's my man too. Comedian, T. Kirkland.
Yeah, TK Kirkland. He made him come to my platform.
Oh, he was doing an interview with you. He said it on your.
What happened was on Roc-a-fella, I felt that Jay-Z, Beanie Sigel was the shit.
Yeah, he was fired.
And they will only let Beanie Sigel only sell so many records. This came from an executive at Roc-a-fella, because I knew everybody. And they would only let Benny sell so many records. And that was it. And they wouldn't push it no more. But Benny, you couldn't be bigger than Jay-Z on Jay-Z's label, if that makes any sense. They wasn't gonna push you to that you couldn't be bigger than Jay-Z. You couldn't sell more records than Jay-Z. But all you had to do was listen to Beanie Sigel, and Beanie Sigel was, oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah, he said that. That was the first of me actually hearing that. Like, oh shit. Like I used to have questions like why every time my album dropped, Jay would drop right on top of me. He wouldn't let me breathe or right before me. Like I was always close, and I'm always thought like, damn, if a kid, back then it was physical copies. So if you had $20, $20 that you saved up and you was going to buy an album and it's under the same house, Roc-a-fella between Jay and Beanie Sigel, you won't 9 times out of 10 you won't buy the Jay-Z album. I never understood that every single album that I dropped, Jay dropped right on top of me. And it was like, damn, like to have in-house competition at that magnitude was crazy. Jay already the boss, but I always thought that like, let me breathe. But to maliciously plot to hold me back, I I don't know, man. I don't, I don't believe that. I don't want to believe that. I mean, but like I said, Dame would know better than me
Why you say that?
because he part of making them executive decisions. He a boss just like Jay was a boss. He was a part of that. He had to be a part of those decisions. So, Dame would know better than me.
You can't ignore the frustration Beanie Sigel is laying out here. Some fans agree with him, while others say that the dates and timing info is actually off. But even if the specifics aren't perfect, this interview perfectly highlights the tension Beanie Sigel felt and the frustration he experienced dealing with the way business was run at Roc-a-fella. Beanie's not the only one who ever felt this way. Jadakiss, Nas, and even other rappers have mentioned similar experiences with Jay-Z over the years. It's not just about album timing. It's about navigating a system that's competitive and cutthroat by design. See, the thing is, I don't hold it against Jay-Z. Hip-hop is competitive. It's always been about survival of the fittest. And maybe the best artist wins in the end, no matter the promotion. To me, what matters is the music. Whoever's album sounds better, whoever hits harder, whoever connects with the fans the most, that's what matters. Beanie expressing his feelings here is important. It shows that even legends in the game have to deal with obstacles, frustrations, and moments where they feel blocked. It humanizes him, and it reminds all of us that business and hip-hop isn't just about talent. It's about strategy, timing, and sometimes politics. But even with all that, talent still speaks louder than any label maneuver or album drop schedule. Personally, I respect both sides. Beanie's right to express his feelings and give us insight into what it was like behind the scenes. And Jay-Z, he's always been a businessman. He's been competitive, strategic, and at times ruthless. That's a part of what made him the mogul he is today. But that doesn't mean Beanie's perspective isn't valid. It's a reminder that even in a competitive industry, frustration is natural. And sometimes artists have to navigate more than just making the music. They're navigating an entire ecosystem built around timing, exposure, and influence. At the end of the day, this isn't about picking sides. It's about understanding the dynamics of hip-hop, respecting the struggles, and appreciating the art form. Beanie Sigel's story here shows us a side of the game we don't always get to see. It's raw, it's real, and it's a testament to the resilience it takes to succeed in this game. So let me ask y'all this. Do you think album timing like this affects an artist's career as much as people say it does? And do you believe Jay-Z's moves were just smart business or something more personal? Let me know y'all thoughts down below in the comment section. And make sure you like and subscribe. Peace.